Hey everybody, I'm making a video to show everybody my permanent socket and new leg for good for a long time, and to show you how the socket system works differently than the last one. You remember in the last one, all I had to do was basically just put it in there and let out a little bit of air, and it was basically luck that that one stayed on, or as my process said it. This one works with suction, so there's absolutely no way it could fall off as long as I still fit in the prosthetic itself. So, but first, I want to show everybody the really pretty design. A couple videos back, I showed you a dress that my friend Chase had bought me, and I told you it was going to be the pattern for my new leg. So there it is, all the flowers. I'll take a picture of it so you can see better detail. Same foot, same knee joint. All works the same, except for the socket system. Now you remember it was just basic, it went on, that was it. This one, however, is a little bit more complicated. This is what the liner looks like. It has these four ribs on it that are made out of a kind of a jelly material. They bend. And what you do is you take a little rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, anything with alcohol in it, put it on the plastic part, and work it all the way around. This way, those will be able to move more freely. Then you turn it inside out just like you did the other one. Alright, work its way up. Obviously, it's not going to flip all the way out because the end of it is supported, I guess you could say. It's like a steel-toed boot, but less steel, more shapely. So you get it to about here, where it still has a little bit of a pocket, and you start putting it on. Now here's where I'm going to start reviewing it, as opposed to the other one. The sound that it makes next, you might not be able to hear it, but it definitely sounds like flatulence, and I don't like that. But it's only when air is coming out of it, so it's not that big of a deal, not something I have to worry about. Hear it? Ah, so gross. You just have to work air out of it from that top part of it. And it's better to do that when you have it like this, as opposed to working air out of it when you have it all the way on. And this liner's a lot longer than my last one was. Okay. There we go. Now it's on all the way. Yeah, now I have to spray a little bit more hand sanitizer on it. Now what that does is it creates it to have a little bit more lubrication to slide into the socket, but then also at the same time, the alcohol will evaporate, creating it to be much easier to take the leg on and off. And let's see. Whoops. I'm missing a piece to my prosthetic. Oh, no I'm not. It's right here. Okay. Now, I pushed a button the last time on my last prosthetic, and it looks like this. Release air in and out of the chamber. Same thing, except to get this leg on and off, I actually have to take the button off and use this little key to do so. So, let's see. Always dropping my leg every time I put my prosthetics on. Alright. Now once it's all the way in, you take your valve, put it there, take a key, and screw it back in. Alright. Now, you remember that my last prosthetic was really crude looking. It was just fiberglass. This one is the same size as my other leg, so I can wear jeans again. Now, another thing to mention for other amputees curious about this socket, if you were a traumatic amputee instead of congenital, like I was, I'm a traumatic amputee, then they took all your nerve endings, tied them in a little knot, and put them in a ball under your scar, something like that. Whatever. For some reason, the tissue around your scarring is a lot more sensitive. Now, the suction will pull right on that area, or at least it does for me. When I first stand up, it's a little painful. When I take weight off of it, it's a little painful. And I mentioned that to my prosthetist, but he just said, it'll get better. You just have to work with it. And that's another thing I liked better about the other one, is just because it was a lot less painful, and it was just what I was used to. But other than that, I like the fact that it doesn't come off, because sometimes I would be at work and I would just take a little weight off my prosthetic and shake it a little bit to make my stump feel better, and it would slide off. This one is not going anywhere. I could shake it all day and it's still not going to go anywhere. So I did a lot of a mini photo shoot, I guess you could call it, with my friend Jonathan. I'm going to put some links to those pictures down here. It's the last pictures of me to ever be taken in the old prosthetic. And then I will be doing some modeling with Elena Horn Photography, and I'll put links to those in my next video after that photo shoot, because it hasn't happened yet, but I'll have the new leg for that. And I'll put a link to a better detailed description of the pattern on this leg. I walk exactly the same, no noticeable limp. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this educational. I don't know. But I love you all. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Again, still working on getting a better method of recording videos than just a webcam. But I love you guys, and take care. Until next time. See, I'm getting better about updating. Mwah.